So today we're going to be talking about postcards. Do they still work for dentists? And the answer is yes, but. Now, if you haven't already, jump over to our Facebook group. It's the Dental Marketing and Growth Facebook group. It has almost 5,000 members, and it has the best dental marketers in the world. If you're not there, you are missing out on some of the best conversations around dental marketing and growth. It literally has all the best minds, and they're all collaborating nicely. Everybody's playing nicely. Imagine that in the dental industry, in a Facebook group, just around growth. So if you want to pick some people's brains without being sold stuff all the time, I know how it is sometimes. You ask a question about marketing and marketers just come out of the woodwork by our product. That doesn't happen in this group. We would love to have you over there. Check it out on Facebook. If you're on IG, it's right up in my link, right up above my link tree. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, Facebook, it's right down below in the post. And on YouTube, it's in the About Us section. So go check it out. Go join. Would love to have you there. We're growing crazy. We grew 500, 600 people in the last week. And so we're growing at about 10% a week right now, which is awesome. So come over, join us. We'd love to have you. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about when postcards work for marketing, when they work for growth. And I know it's very, very hard because this is a very polarizing topic. When I post it on Facebook, people always say, yo, Zach Shelley, what's up, man? He just dropped a comment. Our group is growing really fast. I think it's one of the fastest growing Facebook groups, but Zach Shelley has a Facebook group, which Zach, if you're still listening, drop the link below. He has the fastest growing Facebook group in dental right now. He just grew by almost 1,000 people in a week. I just sent him all the numbers. I'm looking at everybody's group and I'm like, dude, let me pick your brain. So he is an office manager and runs a practice, I should say, and runs an amazing group. Really, really good, great group. So check out Zach Shelley's group on Facebook. But today we're going to be talking about postcards. So do they work? The answer is yes, they do work, but it's very polarizing. Why? Because sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And it's impossible to use data to know if they're working or not. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So most of the time, like we're used to digital marketing now, right? Where you can see, okay, I put $1,000 in, I got this many clicks, I got this many people to the website, I got this many calls, this many conversions, this many showed up, this much treatment was bought. And if you say, I can't see that with my marketing, you're not using Trackable. Use Trackable. It tells you all of that stuff, and it shows you exactly where things are breaking and what to do about it. If you're a marketing head, you got to have Trackable. It integrates with your PMS, and it shows you every step of the patient journey, and it does it in a way that marketers actually care about and growth experts actually care about. So that is what we're used to in the dental industry. However, in postcards, you don't get that kind of feedback. You do get like, hey, this many people came in, if you have like tracking phone numbers and things like that, but sometimes they work. Sometimes you'll send them out. You'll spend $4,000 or $5,000 and you'll get 50 new patients. Other times you'll send them out. You'll get 20. And other times you'll send it out and you might only get 0. I've had people say, I spent $10,000 in postcards and literally got 0 patients from it. Why is that? And what can we do about it? Well, you can't do anything about it. It's going to be up and down like that. And think of it like fishing. Sometimes you catch the big fish, sometimes you don't, and you try to optimize all the right things, but it is what it is. It's fishing, right? And there's a reason for that. There's a reason that digital marketing is predictable and postcards are like really random. And it breaks down to your TAM, your total addressable market. So in your area, around your office, you're going to draw a circle, right? If you're in a big city, your circle's really small. If you're in a smaller town, your circle's really big because you can reach more people because there's less dentists there, right? And so you can draw a bigger circle. Whatever it is, once you draw your circle, these are the people that will actually come to my practice, that care about my practice. You have to then at that point send postcards to them. And only a certain percentage of those need a dentist in that moment. Because we all get postcards in the mail, right? If you get the postcard, whatever the service is, and you need it in that moment or you'll need it soon, you go, oh, great. And you use it or you don't, right? You don't need it and you throw it away. So in every single market, there's only so many people. And then there's only so many people in that given time frame that need a dentist at that moment. Maybe they're new to town. Maybe their dentist just made them upset. Maybe a dentist just shut down. Maybe the dentist hygienist quit. Whatever it may be, right? So you now have that addressable market that is available to you. Now, if you're the only person sending postcards in that market and the people who are checking the mail need a dentist in that moment, you will get a ton of new patients from your postcards. They work great. However, this is where it gets tricky. If you are one of 20 dentists sending postcards, you are sharing the same pie. So let's just use some fictional numbers. Let's pretend your total area, and I'm just going to use round numbers, is 100,000 people that can come to your office, that are in driving distance, that can come to your office. So that's the people. But in a given month, there's only, let's say, 1,000 of them that need the dentist, and are looking for a new dentist. That's great. You go, great, that's a lot of people. Again, for one dentist, that would be too many people, right? And so you say, hey, if I just keep sending postcards, I'm going to keep crushing it, and it's amazing. However, if there's 100 dentists sending postcards, then you're going to split that pot. Now, it won't split evenly. This is where marketing and what you put on the postcard and what you offer on the postcard and all those kind of things. And do you have availability, and do you answer your phones, and are you good at converting? That's where all that comes into play. But now you're splitting it. So now you only got maybe 10 people that you're going to get because you're splitting the pie. And this is why it feels like, well, it worked one month and it didn't work the next month, is because it really depends on when you're sending and when everybody else is sending. So if I had a magic wand, I would simply want to know, when is everybody else going to be sending their postcards? And I'm going to send when they're not sending. So if everybody sends in January, I want to send mine in February. But the only way that you can actually get that information is if you live in the area that you're marketing to. Does that make sense? So you can get really good at this and start to time it if you pay attention to when people are sending the postcards, but you got to live there. So if you come to a marketer like me and you ask me, when should I send these? I'm going to say, well, this is kind of when dentists like to send them. If you go to a postcard expert, they're going to say, people like to send them on these days in September when it's slow, or, in January when the new year kicks over. But in the big picture, we don't really know because everybody's doing different things at different times. So you'd have to live there. So that's the tricky part about dental postcards. So have you used dental postcards? Were they successful? Were they not successful? And why do you think that is? Comment down below. We'd love to have that. And Zach Shelley just dropped his Facebook group in the chat. Thank you so much. Go check that out. And he's a great guy, great community over there. I love it. And hope you have a great Monday. Take care.